am hurt, I am angry, and I am still healing. And it is harder than hurting. Trust me when I say that. I am trying. I have been in denial for a little bit. I walked away to get clean. I tried to go take my life back. I wanted some type of peace. I wanted to give a damn about somebody saying they love me just because they love me. I didn't want anybody because they wanted me or my body or what they could do to me. I'm nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's toy. I'm nobody's punching bag anymore. And that's all I ever wanted. Do you hear me?
Ron Jeremy, Denzel Washington, Beyonce Knowles, Ellen DeGeneres, Whoopi Goldberg, Lady Gaga, Chrissy Teigen, John Legend, Joan Rivers, Rob Saget. Do you want me to keep going? Ask me. Everybody wonder why my smile is so deep. Everybody wonder why my eyes sparkle. Everybody always asks me, why you smiling when you dance? Because you don't understand the live through.
Allison Leanie Carter, better known as Ali Carter, first rose to attention on Instagram and TikTok, where many assumed she was just another influencer chasing fame. But that perception shifted overnight when she dropped a cryptic message about hidden tunnels connected to Hollywood's elite. That single post sparked curiosity and suspicion. Soon, Ali began sharing chilling accounts of Diddy's parties, describing moments where she was swept into glamorous music industry events, only to find them spiraling into something disturbingly manipulative and dark. And instead of leaving her claims at vague insinuations, Ali went further, publicly naming celebrities, artists, actors, and high-powered executives she insisted she had seen at those very gatherings. What many once laughed off as nothing more than wild conspiracy talk suddenly took on a dangerous weight. Today, with Diddy facing trial, lawsuits piling higher, and insiders now stepping forward, Ali's revelations have been dragged out of the shadows and placed squarely in the spotlight as possible evidence.
Ever thought that we would see the day where Diddy would get arrested? And I told you guys in that Maria Z interview in 2021 that no one tells on Diddy. P. Diddy. All right? Just the same way nobody tells on Denzel Washington. People don't usually talk and stop and think about the children victims that are going through things right now as we speak, and the ones who suffered through all this. I decided to stop for a second and do some projects with projects all around, because we just said, you know what? This is our life. It's not changing. We stopped somewhere, and I've been hiding. My mom and I have been hiding. We've had our head down. We've tried to back up. We've tried to tell you everything that we can, and now we have people messaging us, investigators, people that want to talk now, when now it's because it's trending. We're still not on the subject of the kids. All the adults are covering all the adults are, I left at a certain time, yet you knew children were there. You knew these parties were not okay. They weren't freak-offs. They were satanic ritual. Get it straight. It wasn't just adults in these parties. The adults were responsible for the child slaves that were in the party. And one of those children were me. Now, those who are trying to come at us now, talking like, oh, well, now the Diddy's out, now that you can talk. For why? Because we tried to have a case with Child Protective Services. We gave them 8 months worth of evidence. 8 months worth of evidence. That didn't even do a crumb. They took that case and they hid it. If you are a survivor and if you are a real victim, be careful. Because these hotline numbers that they're putting out, I don't trust them. I wouldn't do it.
They take your information to see what you have.
They're taking inventory.
And then they shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking inventory. So don't trust them. Don't trust the feds. Don't trust the judges. All y'all. You're all guilty. You're all corrupt. Any attorney that's taking money to defend Diddy, you're nasty and vile.
That's blood money.
That's blood money.
That's all blood money. You do know that, right? Whether you take money for him to shut up, Whether you take money from him for period, that's blood money. I don't want anybody's money. Not even Lassane. And let me make something very clear. Even though it runs in my family, you can't fake your death. That is expensive. We don't have that money. We don't have the military involvement. We are not working with white hats. We are working with everyday people who can come out and do something when they can. Who can come out and say, I can be security when I can. Who can come and cover us when they can. But that's not all the time. Right now, we by ourselves. We could call on some angels, yes. These are everyday people. They're not white hats. Get it straight. There's no witness protection program because how well is the Secret Service doing protecting your former president? They not even doing their damn job. Even the photographer can get the shot, and including the people that can get the shot. Let's be real. Don't do the Lassane. Don't do that either. You want to know why? Because that all circles back to the military. That all circles back to fake arrest. That all circles back to lies. And not everybody can fake their death. Even though some of y'all are sitting pretty trying to make the excuse of, oh, well, they were so evil. I was just trying to be undercover. No. My face is out there. You little punk. My face is out there. You
No, and I see a lot of you people out there like, oh, they faked their death and they're gonna come back.
No. No.
Joan Rivers, you were up there partying with Manshell. Lassane, you were doing some dirty, vile. All of you. So any of these people that they're gonna try to revive and prop up?
No. You see all the people running? They're ducking and hiding because everybody knows that there was children there. But we're still not talking about the kids yet. When are we gonna
It quickly became impossible for Allie Carter to be taken seriously, even as she poured out her truth, dropped names, and opened up about her most painful experiences. The wider world brushed her off. And the doubt, it didn't just come from Diddy's loyal supporters. It came from people already speaking out against him. Familiar names like Gandil, Jaguar Wright, and others. Figures known for exposing the industry's darker underbelly kept their distance when Ali spoke up. Even Jaguar Wright, a woman revered for fearlessly calling out Hollywood's corruption, dismissed Ali at first, accusing her of chasing clout and fabricating tales. Critics branded her as too young, too dramatic, too desperate for attention. And in that moment, Ali realized she wasn't just fighting against the industry machine. She was battling a harsher truth, being doubted and disowned by the very truth tellers she had once believed would stand by her side.
Wow, that somebody is actually coming in here to say that I need to go to jail? For what? I was in jail. I was in jail when they accused me of what they accused me of last time, and I wasn't guilty of that either. What this is proof of, though, is that somebody in the government keeps allowing me to be set up for crimes I didn't commit. It's wild. It's wild. I keep coming up innocent and don't nobody want to believe it. No, Allie Carter is not telling the truth. She is a fraud, and she's working with an alleged human teleporter named Shelly Carter. That for whatever reason, everyone wants to come after me, but don't nobody want to go after her.
No.
I am very careful. All the time. I have no choice but to be.
Why y'all don't stand up? See, that's the other part that you skip.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. See, this is the thing. This is the thing, Grace. This is the thing, Grace. You can't expect people to show what they've never had. In order to stand up, you have to have courage. How could I ever expect a coward to have courage? You know how many people in the industry that I know that know all the things that I know, the same as I know, and the only reason that they mad that I'm speaking out is because they ain't had the balls to do it themselves.
Okay. And I know y'all in the back heard that.
Let's be clear. Damn near everyone in the neo-soul community is pissed the with me. And not because I'm lying.
Go to the bathroom.
It's not because I'm lying. It's all right, I'm here. It's not because I'm lying. See, y'all gotta understand something. Before I walked away from the game and vowed to be an independent artist and not help fund and organizations that were doing harm on massive levels to my people and to all people. When I decided to do that, guess what? There was a lot of people who didn't like competing with me at that time.
That was the turning point. Ali Carter made her choice. She stopped simply talking and began proving. No longer willing to be written off as a liar, she shocked the public by taking the boldest step yet, legal action. Reports revealed that Ali filed lawsuits naming not only Diddy, but also a chilling list of industry power players, including Birdman, Denzel Washington, Young Jock, and Diddy himself. The shock deepened further when Ali opened up about what she claimed had happened to her at the infamous Playboy Mansion, a place long whispered about for its darker secrets, hidden behind its glossy facade. She said she was lured there under false pretenses, only to experience situations so disturbing they continue to haunt her. From that moment, whispers became evidence. Names were no longer buried. In her lawsuit, the events she described were nothing short of horrifying. Ali alleged that during one gathering, children were used as body cakes, laid across tables, while plates of food were served directly on them and consumed by party guests. Once guests were searched and locked inside, the music dropped, lights flashing, while the so-called real party began. And in her testimony, that reality involved kids treated as party favors. But Ali didn't stop there. She unveiled something even more chilling: the auctions. These, she insisted, were not rumor, not exaggeration. They were underground events where powerful elites secretly bid on young talent, masking their exploitation behind fake casting calls or promise-filled contracts. Behind the curtain, it was an opportunity. It was exploitation. Kids, she claimed, were paraded, selected, and traded like commodities. Her testimony didn't just rattle the industry, it shook it to its foundations. And the echoes of her words have not stopped trembling through Hollywood since.
Understand what people do. Have you seen that picture of there's like a little baby on the floor? I'll post it. I will probably get blocked on here again if I put it on my story. But I know you guys have seen this picture. There's a picture of a baby. They got a picture of a bunch of kids tied to a wall. It's actually an auction. They're tied to a wall and they're hanging on the wall. That's another form of an auction. Some auctions are very pretty. Some you get to stand. Some you got to be. I've had some really weird auctions. Some you're tied to a wall like produce or like retail. And basically like you're picking a t-shirt or you're picking clothes. Buyers come through wherever you're at, wherever they put you. And they literally like, okay, there's a white kid, there's a black kid, there's an Indian kid, there's a girl, there's a guy. They check how big your they check how much space your has. They check your teeth. They check your cavity. They check everything. They have a taste. They walk into a room and they have basically like how you have if you walk into a car lot and you're like, can I turn on the car? Can I sit in the car? Can I open the door? Can I sit in the seat? That's literally what's going on in an auction. For children, for 6-year-olds, for 7-year-olds. They walk into an auction and they will say like, I will buy for a test sample of 2 fingers. I will buy for a test sample of a full hand. And they literally get to walk up to a 6-year-old and shove their hand up their cooch. That is what we're talking about. You have people, there's a picture of a baby like maybe 5-6 years old. It's a little baby boy, and he has like a leash around his neck, and they're walking him around, and he's on the floor. Okay, I know everybody has seen this picture before. The thing with that's also a test. Somebody will on the floor, somebody will piss on the floor, a guy will on the floor, a female will squirt on the floor, and they will bring in a child to walk through that, to play in it, to lay in it, to put on their body, to lick it, to see if they can walk around and act like a dog, to lick their shoe, to see how well their gag reflexes are. It's a gag reflex check. So if they come in and they're feeling horny and somebody starts floor and they bring in a child, they're going to check for that child's gag reflex by putting them in the middle of that and seeing if they throw it. That's what we're talking about. You get me now? But you have attorneys that are going to be working right now trying to get his lane off on technicalities. So keep all that in mind. They will take bars if say for they're saying like I don't want to penetrate a child today, I just want to participate in this auction, right? They will have something there that looks like a broomstick with the on the end, and they will walk a child around and they will make them lay on the floor, and they will take that and stab them with it, whatever, and they see what the gag reflex is. They see if they cry, they see if they don't have a reaction, they see how well the drugs are taking, what drugs they're on, if they'll cry, if they'll be loud, if they'll moan, if they'll whatever. For the teenagers, it's a whole different ballgame. The teenagers, they will see if their body naturally gets wet. And then it's their fault. If your body will automatically start to respond to what's going on. If you don't, you're a defect. So ladies, if you stay dry, you're a defect. Then they really mess you up. Then that goes into bondage and torture fetishes. Then that goes into blood fetishes. Because if you're not ready, and if there's no way that they can just do whatever they want to do and just get it over with, then they put stuff on, and then they make sure that when they a kid and they're bleeding, then that takes more power, because there's adrenochrome, there's power, there's control, there's extra money because you're paying to get rough. There's so much that you guys are not realizing.